Hello, party people. Not talking to you, sugar. Hello. I am outlining. Excuse me. Oh, my water. I gotta go get that. Give me a moment, but I'm outlining a vision board that I drew for me, and I thought I would come and have a video. I woke up this morning with so much energy, unheard of, and I ran for a while when it was cool enough to do so. Now it's getting hot. So I was sunbathing just a moment ago. That's why I'm looking so beautifully tan and a little red. Because I was getting some of that delicious vitamin D. See? I think it's vitamin D. Give me 1 second. Oh, I can do it. Okay, I'm back. And I realized that I have one of these. It's blueberry hibiscus flavor, and it is bomb. It is so good, and it's colder than my water right now, so I'm gonna open it. Ooh. Ah! I think my box got sugarness. The sugarness. Okay. We don't do editing around here, so all that's gonna be in here. Anyways, I just had a urge to get up on here. My life is about to change drastically, dramatically, in ways that I'm not even sure how they're gonna do it, but I know it's absolutely and completely entirely possible. I think I need to give you a frame of mind here because you may not know, and that's cool. I am in a building that I do not own. I'm squatting. Basically, it's an abandoned building. It's out here in the desert. And my car is not currently functioning. And I have been surviving the last 3 months after separating from a very bad abusive situation from a work what is that? A housing for work exchange or whatever, work for housing exchange, however you say that. And so I decided to leave, not having any money or where to get water or anything. And Spirit has been supporting me this entire time. I didn't have money for I've not been stealing anything or doing anything like that. I was blessed with some kind neighbors that had moved in, who started taking me rides to get water. And I literally just went to my dogs went over there one day. They were barking and because they hadn't they didn't know who they were, and they were curious. And ever since then, we've been friends, and I told them about the free water source at the church and all this stuff, and then we just hit it off. And then we started volunteering together, and they take me to go grocery shopping with my food stamps and all this beautiful stuff. And we go to the public library where they just happen to give free hygiene products out each month. So I've been able to have deodorant and floss and things that I need, and pads. Oh my gosh, they give you pads, which is oh my gosh, thank you. And period products and stuff. And so I've been good. all of my needs have been met. And my neighbors have even helped get me dog food this whole time that I've been in this situation. And um, so my girls have been fed, and they got me toilet paper a couple of times. Like, and I have plenty of water to shower, and I have soap, and it's literally been a miracle. I left that space having no idea if I was going to survive or whatever, but I just knew that I deserved better than that situation, and so I left it. I left it not having any idea how everything was going to come together, but also a lot of fear, but also knowing that it was all going to be okay. And it was, and it is, and it is, and it is. I have nice friends who I enjoy spending time with. I get to volunteer at a free store where I'm hanging up clothes and putting out donated things for people to pick out. And even I get to shop there. That's how I have clothes that fit me, because as soon as I left, it was like the weight. I had already been losing weight while I was there because I was like running. I had started running while I was at that situation. And also I actually vomited a lot. Like, I was so stressed out when I was there that I was having a hard time keeping food down. That's not how I've been losing weight, though. It's like the weight of all that I was carrying, all the trauma, and I'm not saying that I've gone through all my trauma. No. But I've gotten to a very healthy point in my mindset, very positive, very in the present moment. I am here right now with you and with me. And that is a miracle, because I used to be so in the past. So in the past. It was ridiculous. Past, or like being so frightened for the future, not knowing how money was going to come, not knowing how I was going to feed the girls, not knowing how I was going to take care of myself. I need my pencil here. Oh, okay, I was supposed to say, maybe it's over there. I just didn't know. Like, let me be so real. When I was living at that other situation, that work housing situation, I was relying on a friend to pay my phone bill. I have it, my phone bill, as I one second. Ladies, it's okay. Shh, we're safe. It's okay. Babies. Pansy, Noggy. Girls, come here. Come here. No, ma'am. Anyways, what was I? Oh, okay. So I was relying on my friend and others to like keep me afloat with like necessities like toilet paper, things that like I couldn't get with food stamps, dog food, stuff like that. I was solely relying on the kindness of my friends and family that were willing to donate to the cause. And as soon as I left the situation, I actually stopped doing that altogether. Hey! It's okay. It's okay, babies. I think it might be an airplane. Calm down. Anyway, so I completely stopped relying on anyone else in this fashion because I'd been doing it for years. Like, the Be So Real, the money struggle was so real. Okay? And I thought I needed it. And I was also coming to this spiritual awakening I'm still kind of in transition with, but I'm here. I'm awake. I'm aware more than I've ever have been, except for maybe when I was really little, but that got shut down real quick, didn't it? I stopped asking for people to help pay for my things, and I just started leaning more towards the unknown. Very scary thing to do, especially with all the trauma and fear that I have experienced. And in that moment, I'm going to be so real with you. I was really, really working on staying grounded and being really gentle and kind with myself, because I am a recovering people pleaser, but I'm also I also used to very, 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 very much be so hypercritical of myself and like seek this perfection that is not even possible. And that all came from trauma in my household when I was a little girl. There was like this expectation growing up for me that I needed to be on point. And if you make a mistake, like that's so not good. And it came from a wounded shadow of my mother, who also had these expectations pressed upon her when she was little. And it's something that she hasn't worked through. So that's the truth. So anyways, not trying to get into that today. I feel like I have another video that talks more in depth about some of those experiences growing up. Where was I though? I have ADHD, if you can't tell, so I am like doing something and talking to you, and I've lost my train of thought here, so let's see if I can get the conductor to get me back on track. Oh, okay, so that situation, I was relying on all these people, and when I came here, I did ask for help because that was also something that I needed to do. I needed help, and I needed to use the resources that were available to me. Well, I had a very kind neighbor, and at first they had offered me to do an exchange. So they were going to help me get water and things of that nature for me to help them on their like projects, because they just recently moved out here and they have like a fence and a greenhouse dig and all these things that they're wanting to have done. And at first, like, I'm gonna be so real with you, they offered it to me, and I wasn't very enthusiastic about saying yes or anything. I was just like, like, not like I had been used and abused so many times and been given offers like this so many times, and I didn't know them quite well yet. And so I was still kind of on edge. Like, I was like, well, I'm not going to be entering a situation like last time. So, we'll see. So that took me a while to actually trust them. It wasn't anything necessarily that they were doing. There was a couple of times, and this still triggers me to this day, so it's still something I'm working through, but there's a couple of times where things were promised or like offered to me, things that I did not ask for. I guess it wasn't necessarily promised, but said that would be done, and then they never came to fruition. And I don't think it was out of like wanting to lie. I really think it was like having good intention, but not being able to follow through on those intentions because of money or whatever. And that brought me to the point where I realized, if I am to say yes to this offer, then I am saying to myself that I can't do this by myself. And so I made the bold decision, given my circumstances, to decline it. I said, I want friendship, and I don't think you're going to abuse me the way others have, but I just left a situation very similar to this offer, and I'm not looking for an exchange. I'm looking for friendship, and you always have the right to say no, just like I do. So if you were helping me in these instances because you wanted something out of me, you can just stop, kind of thing, was basically the message I was sending. But it ended up like not at all like I thought it was, because every time in my past situations that I would lay down a boundary or say, no, I don't want to do this, all these things would then start crashing down around me. Like friendships would like show their true faces, and like, oh yeah, we were actually just wanting to use you kind of vibe. Really, truly, this is kind of just what I was met with all the time, and what I had come accustomed to expecting. So I was expecting all this horribleness, and like they acted like nothing had happened. They still helped me get dog food. They're still helping me do all this. They're, like we're friends and we hang out, and we're all good. Everything is good. And it's not like I said that I wouldn't help them with their projects. I just said you need to come to me and ask me, kind of thing, and I have the right to say no and all this stuff. They haven't come to ask me. So, as the boundary that I set, I'm not going over there and starting something just because. I love them and I want to hang out with them. But I'm not, I'm also trying to take care of myself and my well-being and my projects. And I have never in my entire life prioritized myself like that. Ever, 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 ever. So it's been the most beautiful, rewarding thing I've ever done for myself, to be like, actually, Wednesday, they didn't ask you to come over. They may be working on something, but if they didn't ask you to come over, you don't like it. First of all, even if they did ask me, I do not have to do it. But they're not even asking, so it's like, it's all good. Everything is good. Like, you don't owe them anything, and you've been very clear about how things work. And this has been the most freeing thing I've ever done for myself. Well, that's maybe not the most freeing thing, but a huge breakthrough in that sense. Spirit's talking to me. I have come to a point in my mind and in my heart, in my environment, that nothing is what it seems. And Spirit's got me. Like, I'm good. Like, miracles are about to happen, let me tell you, okay? They're about to happen. I know it. I've had a million bajillion signs telling me everything is about to come up roses, and I promise you, this is not the last time you're going to see me, and it's going to be very public, whatever is about to happen. So I'm telling you right now, everything is about to be big deal. Big deal. And I'm not going to give you those specifics because it's my life. And this is the fucking internet. But you're going to get some more specifics out there. I promise. You'll see me again. And that's the thing. Like, I'm about to fall madly in love. I'll tell you that one. I'm about to fall madly in love with someone who actually loves me, who actually wants to grow with me. And nothing like my last and only relationship. It was a marriage. Nothing like that one. And I'm like, so for it. Come on, give me a person who's really going to value and see me for who I am, and not. It was just bad. Okay, I wasn't healed at this point either. Like, I didn't love myself or see my worth. So it's really not all their fault. I just need that to be clear. I definitely participated in the toxicity and the codependency that was my last relationship. But there were things that happened that I'm not going to ignore. Things that didn't have to happen. You know, we could have just let go of each other, I think. there was like this underlying need to control and use me until I was drained to a point. I didn't even know myself after that. Really, I didn't even know who I was, what I was without that person in my life. Like it was just the most, it was a big mind fuck is what it was. And it truly was something that I don't regret experiencing. Like I needed to experience that because it has brought me to this point in my life. Like it needed to happen. It showed we were mirrors of each other. It showed me the toxic habits. There were things that they called me out on that they were absolutely right and fair to do so with. I was not perfect in that relationship by any means, and I would never be perfect in any relationship that I'm ever in, even now with me loving myself. But now I know that unconditional love is real. And I know that I know because I give it to myself every single day. Every single day. Every mistake, every upset feeling, every whatever, I give myself the compassion that I deserve. Sugar baby babies. Sugar babies. Calm down. It's okay. There's nothing out there. I am not talking to anybody. And there is not any cars coming. So can you please lay down, sugar butts? It's okay. Basically, me finding myself, giving myself love. There's a fly. Has been my key to unlocking everything. 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 And isn't that funny how it works? You love yourself and you're like, oh, I don't need anyone. And then someone shows up. That's exactly what's happening in my life. I know it is. Because I'm over here like, I don't need anyone. I'm hot fucking shit. You know, I'm good. Pansy! I'm gonna go check and see what it is. I will check. What are you barking on about? Okay, Mommy's gonna shut the door. Girls, you need to relax. It's all okay. There was a guy hauling something way down the dirt road. Girls just wanted me to know. So I ended up shutting the door. Anyways. Look, I'm telling you right now, I am living proof. You can give yourself the love that you deserve, and you don't need it outside of yourself, and you never have, and you never will. You will never, ever, ever need. It's wonderful to have. It is so wonderful to have someone love you and treat you the way you deserve, and you will get that, especially when you know your worth, especially when you go, oh, I don't deserve to be treated this way, and you move on. You know, you don't let someone treat you however they want because you think, well, this is what I'm getting. I can't start over. I can't do this. I can't do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You deserve to. If you are unhappy in your relationship and you want something new, you want something different, and you want to heal and grow and change and love yourself, I'm telling you right now, anything is possible. You would not be able to recognize me 3 months ago. I I know her. I know that version of myself, and I love her completely. She was working off the tools that she had, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I just need you and me to hear this. Like anything and everything is possible. It's all possible. And you're going to see in the next couple of months with my videos, you're going to see. Life can be exactly what you want it to be. Exactly what you want it to be. My life is exactly what I want it to be. I'm so free. I've never been this free in my entire life. And it's like I'm free of my own mind. Like I had an intruder, okay? An intruder in here, and it wasn't even my own voice. It was my mom's voice. It was my dad's voice. It was that boss's voice. It was my ex's voice. It was all these people telling me that I wasn't good enough, that I was the problem, that it was me, and it was just them projecting because they can't look inside themselves. And they absolutely can, and I hope one day they do. But, like, it's not my problem. I know who the fuck I am now. So bring it on, bitch. You know? In the most kind-hearted way possible. Like, you can't come for me. You can if you want, but it's going to do nothing. It's just going to make you look foolish. Because I'm not out here spreading hate. That's just not who I am. So you can say whatever story you want. Whatever story you fucking want. It means nothing to me. All I care about is the truth. And I am the truth. And I am the motherfucking truth. So, I guess that's where I'm leaving you today. I'm telling you right now, you can literally do anything you want. Any dream you want. All you gotta do is work through that shadow, baby. All you gotta do is decide that you're gonna give yourself the love you deserve. You know how much you love other people? And you're just loving them and hoping that they'll give it back to you? Just turn it around and give it to yourself. If they're not giving it back to you, they are not worth your time. Every soul has purpose and value, but that does not mean it is your job to give them meaning or value or to give your light or your energy to someone who's not giving you the time of day that you deserve. And you deserve it. I'm telling you right now, you deserve everything. You deserve all your dreams to come true, all that money that you need to support your family and your life. You deserve it. So just give it to yourself. Just decide that you want it and you're willing to get it. That's all you gotta do. It's just about your willpower. It's just about you directing your energy towards the things that you want rather than the things you don't want, rather than the pain and hurt. And I'm not saying it's been easy. I'm going to be so real with you. This has been the hardest journey of my whole life. And everything that I've gone through has led me to this point in time. So it was all worth it. And if someone said, hey, we need you to do this again, I would. Hands down, I would go through it all over again just to feel the way I feel right now. Just the way I feel right now. And I can't imagine it getting any better. And I know, and my angels have been telling me, and I know it's about to get so much better. It's about to get so much better. So, ride this roller coaster with me, because I'm about to go up, baby. I'm about to go uppity, uppity, up. Okay, I'm leaving you with that. Peace out.